friends, partners, children, siblings, and lovers too. I pointed out that at best, female friendships can be nurturing, consoling, amusing, and loving. At worst, they are destructive, disappointing, and desolate. Either way, they are rich fodder for an author. I went on to say that I tended to write about the more positive aspects of female relationships, but interestingly, I added a prediction that I had a lot more to say on the subject, and no doubt would, in my future novels, investigate the darker side of female friendship. I think it's so interesting that my future creative direction was lurking in my subconscious all those years ago, because I think it's fair to say that in my more recent novels, such as I Invited Her In, Just My Luck, and Both of You, they all examine the darker side of female friendship. I remember the time of writing this novel as one of the most spectacular of my life. My son was preschool age, which I loved. My career was bouncing along. I lived in London. My boyfriend proposed and we got married. It was a careless, carefree time, a positive, possible time, oozing opportunity. Perhaps the perfect time to write a novel that encapsulates that vibe. Viva Las Vegas, baby.
Chapter 1. Tomorrow is a long time. Sunday, the 9th of May. Bella. Okay? I'll call you tomorrow, Amelie. You're okay, aren't you? Yes, says Amelie with a sigh. Her tone isn't reassuring. I press the red button and disconnect my lovely friend. I'm left with an overwhelming sense of inadequacy and grief. Grief is so lonely. It stains everything it touches and builds huge, divisive walls. I should know. My mother died of cancer when I was 9. I will never stop feeling cheated. I wanted to say something meaningful, calming, consoling, and true to Amelie, but I couldn't. I've tried to find those words for nearly 10 months now, but they don't exist. Sighing with frustration, I push my fists into the sockets of my eyes and rub hard. When Amelie called, I'd just finished my nighttime round of pelvic floor exercises, and I'd gritted my teeth through 8 reps of stomach crunches. I was mid my cleanse, tone, and moisturize routine, but now I can't find the emotional energy to continue. All that vanity stuff seems so pointless in the face of Amelie's pain. Loving is such a risk. I look at my husband, Philip, who has fallen asleep while I was on the phone. He's clasping a copy of The Economist. I turn on the bedside lamp and turn off the bright overhead light, ease the magazine out of his hand and kiss his forehead. I always love him even more after talking to my widowed friend. Grief makes us selfish. I wish that every time I spoke to Amelie I didn't think, there but for the grace of God, but I do. Which probably means I'm not as nice a person as I'd like to be. I nip around to my side of the bed, climb in next to Phil and hold tight to his strong, bulky body. My breathing slows down, and I can't feel my heart thud quite as furiously inside my chest. During my conversation with Amelie, it raced so violently that I was convinced it was attempting an escape bid. I often think my heart would like to escape. Philip makes me feel safe. He's 9 years older than me, which is undoubtedly part of it. He is kind, respectful, and thoughtful, even after sex. The men that I dated before Philip had not often been these things, even before sex. We met not quite 2.5 years ago. I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar, which makes me a tribute to a Human League song that I can barely remember, but Philip enthuses about. An interesting dinner party anecdote maybe, but working as a waitress in a cocktail bar is in fact a fairly grim existence. Philip is a highly successful city trader, and while I'm not sure exactly what city traders do, I know that they get paid an awful lot of money to do it. So Philip charged into my life, armed with the traditional gifts of dinners in fancy restaurants, flirty lingerie, wrapped in tissue paper and hidden in thick cardboard bags, and even the occasional meaningful book. He also brought with him a new array of courtship tools. He was a grown-up. Philip talked about ISAs, pension plans, and stocks and shares.